DJC Game Studios. What's up, everyone? I'm the devastating Just Cause, and this is DJC Game Studios. Welcome to the show, and I got a great one for you today. We're going to talk some Intellivision homebrews and some homebrews you gotta play before you die. What? A lot of my favorite homebrews are stuff that takes thinking, that takes in-depth gameplay, that has long gameplay, a lot of worlds to explore, a lot of platforming to do. It could be a lot of puzzle solving. Some of these homebrews are just great because of the multiplayer aspect and the fun on a simple game. The original Intellivision was based on a lot of two-player games and multiplayer aspects that really brought that system to be as popular as it was. Now, with this being said, a lot of the games on this list really push the limits to the original Intellivision system. Can you believe new games are still being made by companies for the original 1979 Mattel Intellivision? Unbelievable, right? Well, here's a list of 15 games at this point that you have to play before you die. Number 1, the Pandora Incident. This is a really spectacular game where you receive a signal from a ship in distress, and you feel really uneasy about going there, but you're talked into it by this android. Anyways, he sends you, and you get out of your shuttle, and you start to investigate. A lot of things have gone wrong. No one seems to be alive. People are dead. Yeah, that's right, pixelated blood and all. So you have to go level per level to figure out, log into terminals, what has happened on the ship, why are people dead, and then the monsters come. But let's leave it at that and not spoil anything. The Pandora Incident is discovery, exploration, whether it be mystery, gunfights with mutants, and unfreezing doctors from cryogenic chambers. The Pandora Incident is a must-have. You gotta play it. Number 2, Infiltrator. This is a deep, long game, and I believe the manual is just as long. You've gotta infiltrate. You've gotta have stealth. You have a stealth invisibility suit that you use a lot, as well as swim fins and key cards and great gameplay. You are swimming, you are running, you are sneaking. This is one of my favorites. I haven't even gotten that deep into it, and I'm already in love with it. Number 3, Anthropomorphic Force. This is another amazing Electro Knight game. This game is shooters the way they should be on the Intellivision. This has some cool graphics. I love the way everything looks. I love the power-ups. You get 3 different shooter power-ups and a shield, and so many weird bosses. You fight giant worms, jellyfish, spiders, and it only gets more intense the more tunnels you get into, the deeper you get into this game. Such a great game. The visuals alone will blow you away and say, how do they do this on an Intellivision? Number 4, TNT Cowboy. Wow, this is one I played all the way through twice. I went through the whole game on the regular level and then played again on the harder level. This is one that has great replayability. It's like if you took Bomberman and Zelda and put them into one game. You're a cowboy, you have TNT, you blow things up. What are you blowing up? Spiders. You're blowing up skeletons. You're blowing up ghosts and zombies. You're going through warehouses, towers, and forts, as well as the village to talk to different people and get jobs. This is RPG action Bomberman Zelda. That's all I can really say. This is one of my top homebrews. Absolutely love it. Number 5, Star Mercenary. This is one that I recently got done playing, at least on easy level. And this is such an immense, cool RPG style shooter. It's got elements of RPG, but it's not that insane. You have a workshop. You can upgrade your weapons, your thrusters, your shields, your firepower. This is a game you gotta play. You gotta play all the way through. There's a star map with so many planets and bases, and you take assault on bases and you get funds to upgrade your weapons, and there's a great love story behind it, and you want to see how this ends. Such a great game. I highly recommend it. Star Mercenary. Number 6, The Show Must Go On. This is such an original game. It blew me away. It's one of my absolute favorites. Intellivision Collector really thought outside the box when they did this game. You are a jester replacing the old jester in a king's court. And the old jester is ticked off and he's ready to literally murder you. So while he tries to fault your show, you try to spin as many plates on poles as you can. It gets fast, it gets intense, and watch out for that jester because he's got your number. Anyways, this is a great game, an original game, and a really fun game that I absolutely highly recommend you play soon. Number 7, A Tale of Dragons and Swords. This is an immersive game. You're talking about a dungeon crawler with hit points, experience points, gold. You got it all. This is something you're going to go room to room, killing enemies, trying to get your experience levels up, grinding it out, upgrading your weapons, upgrading everything. This is just an absolute delight. This is a game you are really going to get lost in, and it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to learn where things are, what to avoid, what to get in certain situations, when to go back and get upgrades, healing, all the great stuff you're going to love in a game like this. A Tale of Dragons and Swords. This is one you gotta get into. You gotta play somehow. Number 8. Speaking of dragons. Anyways, Dragon Quest. That's right, Dragon Quest on the Intellivision, you say? Well, this is an absolute tribute. That's what I'm going to call this. An absolute tribute to this classic game. This plays so great, so well. It looks great. The graphics are great. This is a turn-based RPG. You're talking to people, you're learning things, you're upgrading your armor, your swords, your spells, your healing. Everything you want in an RPG. It looks great. It really plays flawlessly. This is one you're going to want for your collection. This is going to be highly collectible in my opinion. This is one you cannot miss out on. And I recently just got deep into this, and I cannot wait to go all the way through. Amazing game. Number 9, Operation Cloudfire. Operation Cloudfire, what can I say about this game? It is a platformer, but it's unique. You're an android sent to a planet to see what happened, where all heck, I should say, broke loose. You gotta find out what happened. So, you gotta go get a bunch of data cores, figure it out, but you cannot shoot, you cannot fire, you can only run and jump. Now, this is a great looking game, it is a deep game, lots of different power-ups, you learn about what happens, you gotta take chances and see how to jump, how to go over all this terrain correctly so you can stay alive. Well, at least alive for an android. Highly recommended, such a great looking game. Number 10, The Sorrow of Gadlinthur. I think I'm saying that right. Gadlinthur? Gadlinthur. Any way you say it, this is a great platforming RPG style game. You get to go to different villages, talk to different people, stay at the inn, upgrade your weapons, your jumps, and just grind it out to get more and more coins. The terrain and enemies are very unique. The game is super colorful. This is one you go, wow, this is on the Intellivision. When you gotta say that, you know it's a crazy, deep, long, cool game. You gotta play this. You definitely gotta play this. Number 11, Sydney Hunter and the Sacred Tribe. Now, back in the day, this started off as kind of almost a Smurfs clone, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, please correct me. And they kind of did it and changed the character up to make him like a Indiana Jones explorer kind of adventurer guy. And this is by CollectorVision, and they've done so many different versions of this for Super Nintendo, ColecoVision. There was even an Evercade cartridge made with the first few of these. And the version I love on the Intellivision is Sydney Hunter and the Sacred Tribe. This is another one you go, how did they pull this off? How do these graphics look so good? How is this adventure so deep and long? What's that now? This is one you gotta play. It's a legendary homebrew. Get it, play it, somehow, some way. Number 12, D2K Arcade. Now, when we talk about tribute games, we're going to talk about a few of them here. D2K takes Donkey Kong and corrects it and makes it beautiful. You have the DK Arcade and the newer game with new levels, D2K. And you can play as Bruno, you can play as Mario, you can play as, I can't remember the other guy's name. Either way, they have different features. You can jump with a hammer, you can go up and down ladders with a hammer, and of course you got the classic Mario. You can't do either of that. But this is such a great upgrade to Donkey Kong. We had the Green Ape from Coleco. Thanks, Coleco! But anyways, I was still very fond of that one as well. But this one takes Donkey Kong and makes it as close to the arcade as possible. And the D2K game is so fun with these new levels, new ways for things to go. You got your fireballs, you got your hammers, you got your barrels, you got your cement factories, you got electricity. There is so many unique levels in this, and I absolutely recommend this because it's got 2 games on it. It's D2K Arcade. Number 13. Intellivision. Intellivision, what can I not say about this? A tribute to Castlevania. This tribute is based on the original Castlevania. The music is great. The look of it is great. And this is another one, I say this a lot. You go, how could they pull that off? The full game on Intellivision. This is one for the record books. You gotta play Intellivision. Beautiful, beautiful if you get it complete in box. Beautiful glossy cover art, overlays, color manual, cartridge. It's a collector's dream. If you love Castlevania, you need to play Intellivision. Number 14. Fubar. This is from Midnight Blue International and Michael Hayes. This is a multiplayer game made in the ECS style. So if you have an ECS and you could hook up 4 different players. If not, you could play 2. Heck, you can even play a quick start game with 1 player. What can I say? The fun factor is absolutely off the charts, and that's why it's in this list. Because it's a must-have for that reason. This is a fun, competitive game. You'll be smack-talking your friends while you try to paint the screen your color. This is like a Intellivision Splatoon, in a way. Get your color completely on the screen round after round. You'll be yelling. you'll be having a great time because this is Fubar. Number 15, The Lost Caves of Craw. That's right, another Electronite title. This was made so many years back, and it's fun in so many different ways. It's a puzzle game, and when I say puzzle game, I mean you go into a room and you have to move things around to reach a goal or a key or an exit. You gotta flip a switch, turn off a laser, push a boulder over in the corner, maybe move statues in order. It's that type of puzzle game. It makes you think, and you have to think hard. Once you complete so many rooms, you have to fight a boss. To be honest, the boss graphics are quite cool. The rooms and the gameplay and the keys and trying to get pieces of the crown will make you wanting to play this daily. It is a hard game. Don't think it's not challenging, because it definitely is. I still have not beat this, and I can't wait to go back to it and do some more live streams. But it is one of my favorites. Lost Caves of Craw. Check it out. If you see it in the wild, snatch it up. Now, a few honorable mentions because they're so cool and crazy, or something that's just unbelievable that they did it on the Intellivision, and some are just play so well. Galaxian on the Intellivision. I love Galaga, I love Galaxian, I absolutely love these in the arcade. I played them countless times, many hours and many quarters spent. I absolutely love Galaxian port on the Intellivision. If you see it, get it, play it, you will not be disappointed. The next is Vanguard. Now, Vanguard, I mostly played on the 2600, but it was also a hit in the arcades. And this one is based more towards the arcade version. And I must say, it's a delight. It's great to look at. It looks just like the arcade, Intellivision style. Great weapons. It's fast-paced. It's a shooter. It's in space. It's Vanguard. What more can I say? The next one, Ms. PacMan. Now, when this came out back in 2014, I was first to say, take my money, because I really love anything PacMan. And Ms. PacMan did not disappoint. It is a beautiful looking game. The packaging, if you happen to get it in box, is pink. It's awesome. The overlays are beautiful, the box is beautiful, the cartridge is beautiful. It's Ms. PacMan on the Intellivision. It looks great. You have all the cutscenes as well as different mazes and options, and a speed up feature. Love it. Absolutely love it. Last on the honorable mentions list is the infamous Super Mario Bros. Ported to the Intellivision. By who? We don't know. It was a free ROM online. This game is so impressive. It is the full Super Mario Bros. Game on the Intellivision. The graphics are absolutely impressive. That this is running on a system from 1979. I can't say much more. If you get this ROM that's floating out there, grab it. It's free. It's Super Mario Brothers, and you will not believe that it's running on an Intellivision. Well, thanks everybody for watching this. I had so much fun making this list. There's so many more homebrews out there, and if I forgot them, it doesn't mean they're not the greatest. It's probably because I have not played them yet. There's a lot of old ones that I'm trying to get and play. There's a lot of great homebrews that are coming out this year. There's over, I think, around 160 homebrews that have came out. Could I be wrong? I could be. I don't know. But I know it's more than the original release 125 Intellivision games. That blows me away because there is still games being made for the classic Intellivision, whether it be complete in box or in ROM form. Any way you can play these, and legitimately too. Make sure if you're getting a ROM, you're getting it from the site that's selling it. You want to back up these programmers that are doing this. You definitely want to support them. You don't want to steal or grab free ROMs unless it's offered by the programmer. because that is a big thing in this community. Anyways, let me know what you think. What is your favorite Intellivision game or your favorite brand new Intellivision game? Let me know in the comments. Until then, please like, please subscribe, and we'll see ya in the next one.